Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. This card is called the penny slider card or the penny roller card, and in England we use pennies, but in your country you'll use the cheapest option you can find. What I've done is I've used two different kinds of paper, all in the same colour tone for the front, and a third one for around the sentiment, and I've also lined the inside with it. Now, the things that you're going to need to make the card are your base card. I've used some silver mirror card. I've used, in the same colour tones, but a couple of sheets of paper, or 3 sheets of paper. One of them I'm going to fold in half, and I'm going to use that for the insert. So we'll put that on one side for now. From the bottom of one of them, with the retro punch, I've punched out some flower shapes, and then from some green card I've punched out some leaves to go with the flowers. I've gone ahead and made up the flowers, and I've added some leaves behind them, and they're ready now to just go onto the card. You'll find the instructions to make the flowers in the retro punch flowers on the website. From the bottom of one piece of card, I've stamped a sentiment, I've cut it into a little 5 centimetre square, and I'm going to add it to the top of a 5.5 centimetre piece of the mirror board. And that's my sentiment. You'll also need some double-sided tape and some shaker tape. So let's go ahead and make the card. Fold your A4 card in half and use it landscape. From the silver mirror card, I've cut a panel slightly smaller than the front of the card, and from one of the papers I've cut another panel slightly smaller than the mirror card, and that will give you a little border all around the edges. So we've folded the A4 card in half. From the mirror card I've cut a 6 centimetre strip from the short bit so that it fits the front of your card, and I've added some of the paper to that panel. That will sit on the front of the card. Now, in the back of this, in the back of this piece, you're going to need to cut a slot. So you need to measure down 2.5 centimetres and then mark again at 4 centimetres so that you've got the mark there. Then you need it about 14 centimetres long, and from that piece you're now going to cut that slot out. Now once you've cut that slot out, this is what you will have. Okay, so if you flip it over, this is where you'll now need your shaker tape. So you're going to add shaker tape to the very edge of the card, and again at the bottom. Now you need to avoid the slot because that's where your penny will roll. Now, to make doubly sure that the penny will roll, I'm going to add another layer on top, so it's double mounted. And again at the bottom. So with your shaker tape in place, you can just pop that to one side, and now we're going to work with the pennies. So we have 2 pennies, and what we're going to need are some round foam pads, and we're going to stick one in the centre of the penny, take the backing off, and then add another one directly on top of it. Take the backing off and add the other penny to it. Make sure that they're lined up, and this is what we've got. So these are all the pieces that we're going to need now for the card. We have the card itself, I've matted and layered onto silver mirror card the front panel. Now I'm going to attach that to the base card. Piece with the slot in it, and you're now going to insert your pennies in the bottom first and then slightly bend it so that it goes into the top, and now your pennies will roll in the slot. Okay, so you don't need to do anything else with it at the moment. Remove your shaker tape backing, and you're going to add this where on your card you would like it. So I'm going to fix mine about there. And check your mechanism, make sure that your penny still rolls. Okay. I have my sentiment added to some shaker tape, and I'm going to add this in this top corner. And because the colours in the card are lilac and turquoise, I've added lilac and turquoise gemstones in the corner. Now with some strong glue, and I'm using pin flare glue, I'm going to add one of the flowers to the top of the penny. Okay, so it still rolls beautifully, and I'm going to add the other flowers on the card, still using pin flare, and I'm just going to add them to the card. I'm going to add another flower over in this corner, avoiding the slot, and of course once the penny rolls, and again with a little bit of pin flare glue, I'm going to attach a ribbon, a little bow, to the top of the card. And then again with the gemstones, I'm sticking to the same colours, lilac and turquoise. I'm now just going to add some to the card. And there's your penny slider or your penny roller card. Just to finish off this card, I'm going to add the insert. I've folded it in half. I'm going to add some double-sided tape along the spine edge, and this is the part that will go to the front of the card. So if you remove the backing paper and open your card up, put it in so that the double-sided tape is to the front, and make it nice and central, and then press your card closed. So now when you open the card, the insert opens with it, and that makes a very pretty inside to your card as well as the front.